red2a, red class, unit 3. Today is February 15th. It is Wednesday, week 3 of the school month. We're going to write down just these three guys, and we'll write down next to how they're said. So we'll write down the first guy, 3 to the second power, but we're going to say it the official way we say it. I'll ask someone out to say that one out loud. 5 to the third power, we'll ask someone to say that one out loud the way we say that 3 wins to the power. And then that last guy, we'll ask someone to say that one out loud. I guess I'm going to say out loud how we normally say this one here. 3 to the second power, we don't say 3 to the second power, we say 3 squared. All right, we got that one. So, right, that's 3 squared. Just to get that one down, let's see if by the time it hands on the 8, if I can stop this new stuff and then back up, let some people go, or if they need to work because they have another class, so they can stay here. The reason it's squared is when you find the area of a square, if the sides are 3, to get the area, you do 3 times 3, or 3 to the second power. That's why they say 3 squared. Something different. How do we say the one with the 5? 5 what? 5 cubed. There is a reason that we say cube. So let's see here. You are cube. Anybody know why you might say cube? Okay, I've heard it before. I want to get to be the one who say one. Before I do it, this is your chance. You already know it. It's not me giving it to you. Sweet. It is true. If you find the volume of a cube whose side happens to be 5, but you do the length, the width, and the height. In other words, there are 3 5s that you're going to multiply times each other. That's why they say 5 cubed. Okay. Last one in terms of just knowledge, even though, again, this isn't particularly important in terms of how to get the answer in just a moment. We say 7, what? Not 7 to the 4th power, but 7. You want to shine. We never use so much other than right now. There you go, 7th row. All right, no, it's 7 to the 4th power. There's no special thing for the 4th thing. I just check and see if someone would make something up just because they thought it. But 7 to the 4th power, 2 to the 4th power, 2 to the 4th power. All right. I did just want to share those. They're not completely important to actually getting the answer, other than if we say 7 squared or 3 squared, cube, second power, third power. All right, let's see. I got 10 minutes to do maybe the 2 easy parts and then the hard part. I'm trying to get to addition subtraction. Somebody tell me the page number of the addition subtraction problem. Yeah, let's see. Turn to the next page. What's this page here? Is that 49? 49, yeah, mix it in. So basically what I do is I have this big pack of pages that I can use, and then I look very closely at your assessment, and I see which kind would be the best kind to make it clear. 49 is what I have here. Some more words. I'll do the words just one time. Anybody know what the number in front of the letter is called? It has a name. Okay? Coefficient. I need to look to see why it's called that. There must be a reason why it's called a coefficient, other than to make words hard for the student. But let's put this coefficient here. Co-e-fit. Now, again, for those of you who math is hard for you, today is your lucky day. This is standard 2. They're going to try and make it easy. The only way they can make it hard for you is if you don't know how to do positive and negative numbers. Oh, I don't know. I forgot how to add those, how to subtract positive and negative numbers. Yeah, they got you. But if that's not your issue, then here's how easy this is. I have 12 of these X4 things. And I just want you to think of them as X4 things, like a box. I got 12 of these boxes. And then someone gives me 8 more of these boxes. Yeah, it's X to the 4th power. That part's not really important. The coefficient just tells you how many of the things behind it I have. Okay? Just in case this problem, for anyone who looks at it, is like, huh, what am I going to do? We're going to do me one other favor. Write the word combine. I'm going to put a line through add, subtract. I want you to combine my terms. Combine. Put them together. And when they mix together, they'll spit out an answer. So I'm going to combine these like terms, the x4s, I'm going to see what I got here. The x2s, I'll call them x2s, I know some see x squared, but the x2s, I'm going to combine them as well. Before I get to the 12, let me ask, what number is in front of x when there's nothing there? Okay, say it again. Yeah, there's a 1 there, and if there's a minus sign, it gets to be a negative 1. Put that in the world of math, and I'm going to put that thing in down to 8 minutes. What happens in 8 minutes? In 8 minutes, those people who test and 6 pages are in, you're essentially done for the day. And this will be one of the standards. This will be one of the questions on the test. If you look at this question, you're like, oh, sweet, I know how to do that. So I'll ask it out loud. If I have 12 of these x4s and I get 8 more, how do you know you're adding 8 more? Well, if there's no minus sign, automatically there's a plus sign there. It's a positive 8, 4. If I combine those like terms, how many 8-4s, or rather x4s, am I going to have? Someone said 20. It's true. 12 plus 8 happens to be 20. And that's how many x4s I have. Now, somebody in here a long time ago, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to add the 12s, but don't forget to add the 4s, and I have a x8. No, you don't add the 4s. When you're multiplying, that's the part that's going to mess us up. When you are multiplying them, then yeah, sure, you're going to add the x4s. But when you're just combining like terms, you really are just adding the coefficients. Dividing is totally different than you wind up subtracting the coefficients. So it's a wacky thing, but that won't be there, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, division now becomes something totally different. All right, do me a favor, just to mess around with it. You have negative 1 plus a 3. Write down what you think that is. Negative 1 plus 3, you have negative 1 of these x2s, whatever that means. And then you have 3 more, you have 3 of those x2s. How many of those x2s will you have? I was supposed to hold, we're supposed to hold. So don't listen to that, just in case you're hurt. Alright, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go to the next page. And the reason you're supposed to wait 7 seconds. It's a little rule they found out that if you wait 7 seconds, it gives everybody a chance to think. If the answer comes before 7 seconds, the people who take a little bit longer, like me, they stop thinking because they know someone else is going to put it out. So that one came a little fast. Nonetheless, I'm down to 6 minutes. It is true, a negative 1 plus a 3. I used to teach positive negative numbers. I used to teach junior high traditional school. It's just such a hard thing to say. You know, some people put down 4, right? They just put down 4. Like, 1 plus 3 is a 4. Like, then I'll say something like, well, doesn't the negative sign like mean something? Yeah. I just know it's 1 plus 3. Whatever system you've been taught on this, some people would do this. They would do this version here. They'd make the 3 just for a second. For those who know this, you feel like really it's about to take a little bit of time, but you don't know it. It's true. There's got to be at least one person that's out just for you. This problem, they have to guess. They just don't know. A long time ago, we used to do this thing when the numbers are small. You put 3 plus signs for the 3, and then for the minus sign, you put one of those that represents how many of the minus signs you have. From there, you just cross out the guys. These 2, they kill each other. They cross each other out. And what you're left with is 2 of the plus signs. This is how I used to say it back in the day. When the numbers get bigger, you have to put a million plus signs. But eventually you get the idea that, oh, wait a second, when the signs are different, I just subtract, I got a 2, and I keep the sign of the larger. It's a positive 2. If it were a negative 1, oops, let me switch that. For those, again, who know it, I recognize you know it. If it were a positive 1, minus a 3. Same thing, I have a plus 1, just one of the positives, and then the 3 of the negatives. These 2 guys here, they cancel each other out, leaving the leftover 2 dashes. And those leftover 2 dashes represent 2 of the negatives. How many negatives I have? Oh, I got 2 of them left over. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone because technically you'll have calculators. Hopefully that helps someone though. In any case, 2 is what we have here. We have 2 of these x squareds. All right. I got 4 minutes. Let me see if they have anything weird. Take a look at this one. See if there's something I want to ask. Hey, where'd you get the 20? Hey, where'd you get the 2? Yeah, I mean, add those like 2. 2 plus 2, that should be a 4. No, 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 I'm just saying, I have how many of these, how many of those. Oh, that's how many of those things I have. This is just a thing. It's not a math part. All right, what's that next one? Go to the next page. Do, 12. Do the one with, the next door neighbor. Do 50 really fast. I'll do it on the board, then I'll do a tricky one. So these 2 are supposed to be the straightforward ones. Get one of these. One tricky one, and that's it. Oh, shoot, the hand's going towards the egg already. So the good news is, as you're trying to... All right, this side of the room, how many Wi-Fi's do I have? 20. You just mess around with the coefficient. And the only way they can make that tricky is to either do the still one thing or make positive negatives. This side of the room, the question I'm going to ask you is, how many y cubes do I have over here? Say it again. Why would they put this on an algebra 2? Because, I don't know. Standard 2, you're lucky. Alright, let's see if we can get the tricky version. Pause. Any questions where I got the 20 or the 4? I don't know why the teacher always asks, are there any questions? Most, 8 out of 10 times, nobody asks a thing. We get the test, and half people pass, half people don't pass. So it's like, well, if there are no questions, how come we didn't pass? But I get it. Am I going to raise my hand to say I don't know something in a math class? Probably not. But if I'm not sure, I might. All right, here we go. Let's try this next guy. It's not going to be him. Flip. I'm going to page 53. 52, 53, the end. I'm going to swipe. I'm going to borrow 5 minutes so that people need to finish their test. You'll have 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. The others, I'm going to swipe that, and then from there, I'm going to thank you. We'd be finished 15 minutes earlier if wasn't a lot of drama going on in the traffic. 53 and 54 is what I said? What page is this one on? 52, 52 and 53, 52 and 53. 53 is really what I want to get to. 52 is going to help us get there. 52 and 53. 52 and 53. You are page 52 and 53. All right, here it comes. And I'm going to try and fool you. The last one we just said, they're already lined up. So you just do the Y4s and the Y3s. Hey, no big deal. So they're like, what? These kids are in high school. Some of them are probably in 11th grade. Algebra 2. Some of them are probably seniors at their old school and they came to options because stuff was going on. It's possible 1 or 2 was to be super seniors or whatever in here. They're really mature, but they should be out of high school. So we got to try and do something because they're too old, too mature. And here's what they say. Let's put it sideways. Let's put parentheses so that I can mess around with kids. What I want us to do is to rewrite this. Do me a favor. I want you to rewrite this piece without parentheses. Then I want you to rewrite this piece without parentheses and put it below the pieces that should go under. Put it below the pieces that should go under. After you write this first piece without parentheses, over here, I want you to put the R2s below the R2s. In other words, if there's an R2 over here, that R2 over there must go below it. In other words, you're going to line it up with like terms. Then over here, there's an R. He's going to go below the R where he should go. Now, I'm not going to tell you where to put it. I just want you to put it in the right place. Without parentheses. This is the easy version because it's the plus sign in front. There's going to be a second version with a minus sign in front of it, and that's going to confuse everybody. So for now, line it up where you think it should go. Yes, this first piece, just rewrite it without the parentheses. That part's, there's no trick. It's the second piece that you have to put it where it should go. My hint will be because of the plus sign separating down. There are no tricks to do. Just take off the parentheses and write what you see inside where it should go on the left. This one I am going to come in check mark. I know I don't have enough time. I'm going to come on check mark. Why is it coming on check mark? There you go. In the interest of time. Oh, shit. So that's what we needed. So here's what you did for me. You just rewrote. That part's no big deal. All of math isn't hard. I should have written in colors so that we could see the difference. So maybe I should do that. Why not make you red and make you green? R2 is red so they can see that and those are green. Again, if you already know this is way easy, you're like, this is way well, good for you. That way you get the ACE assessment free. The third one, boom, you're going. My goal as a math teacher, personally, is to make it easier. Some math teachers, they have a different goal. Like, I don't understand it. That love of math. I just don't see people doing that enough. So for me, my goal is to try to help them not hate it as much. Some people just hate things, but they hate it because it's hard for them. So if I figure, what if I make it a little bit easier for them? Make that way they won't hate it as much. They'll do the work, and maybe somewhere down the road, maybe they won't like it, but at least they'll get it done. That's my fun. All right. So there it is. We didn't get the answer, but you need to get the answer. Here's the last piece. The last piece is going to be this, and I'm going to comment on it here, so that when you see it, it doesn't throw you off. And again, for some of you, it's a freebie. I'm teaching it like you've never seen it before, but it's a freebie. Just because there's something in the room that I may not be comfortable with. The next one is going to have a minus sign here. And this is where they're going to win. This is where they win with most students. They're going to have this piece here, but there's going to be a minus sign in the middle. Maybe do the same thing. You're going to line it up the top one. But the second row, the trick will be this. So you take these guys out of this parenthesis. If there's a minus sign in front, you have to change the sign of what's in there. In other words, this positive 2r will become a minus 2r. And this negative 5r will become a positive. In other words, this minus sign up front says, hey, give me the opposite of everything that's inside when you line it up. Give me the opposite of everything that's inside when you line it up. Do me a favor, go ahead and line up 53. 53, I think, should have a minus sign separating the two. All right, there it is. And then it has an extra piece. They did everything they could on that one. Please put a big star on this page. This is one that's going to be a key problem when it's time for standard 1 or standard 2. This page, 53, is going to be one of those. So what is he asking us to do on 53? So the last 2 minutes. He has to let us go for 2 minutes, otherwise he doesn't have any time. He wants us just to line them up, just like you did on page 52. But make sure we change the sign of everybody that was inside when we line it up. If you don't change the sign, even if you line them up right, you'll still get it wrong, and that's the key. This one I am going to come around and double check. I'm going to really check the sign of the first thing you have here. I don't know if it will be positive or negative. Yeah, and then they put that extra 6 in that sense. Like, where am I going to put the 6? I will tell you. The 6 can go at the end by himself. He doesn't have a partner. You have to squish him anywhere. I'll even give you a hint that this minus sign to take things out of it. Just do it. Now again, if you're saying to yourself, hey, I can do this without lining them up, for this one time, line it up for me this one time. Sometimes just a note that they'll write this prompt, they'll write it this way. Just so if you see some weird thing where they actually keep the parentheses. They'll write it that way sometimes to fool you. Sure, I'll come around and highlight, and then we'll get this answer. This answer will be it. Will we see this again? We shouldn't show the answer. All right, take a look at the answer. We got it here. The hardest prompt there is. I can't believe I didn't show the answer. Aww. These two produce a 5. Those two produce a 14. That produces a 6. Sorry, video people. The only good news is that no one actually watches the videos.